When someone has narcissistic personality disorder, NPD, or is showing narcissistic tendencies, they are going to show several traits and behaviors that are referred to as narcissistic behavior. The psychological condition known as NPD is characterized by an excessive feeling of self-importance, a persistent desire for adulation, and a lack of empathy for others. The term narcissism is frequently used to describe such behavior, despite the fact that it is important to understand that not all people with narcissistic features have NPD. In general, narcissistic behavior is viewed as destructive and damaging, both to the person exhibiting these traits and to those around them. Narcissists have an excessive belief in their own powers, talents, and accomplishments. They often think they're superior to others and want excessive amounts of admiration. They may take advantage of others to accomplish their own objectives. They can be quite skilled at influencing and manipulating others to achieve their own agendas, frequently putting other people's needs before their own. In the eyes of narcissists, they should receive special treatment and benefits. They have irrational expectations of getting special treatment, a lot of attention, and recognition from other people. Grandiose illusions about their own prowess, fame, and dominance are common among narcissists. To maintain a positive self-image, they could overstate their skills and achievements. Narcissists frequently have poor self-esteem underneath their outrageous appearance. When they receive criticism or feel that their self-worth is in danger, they may respond violently or defensively. They tend to ignore or transgress others' personal boundaries. They might violate someone else's privacy, prey on their weaknesses, or disregard their needs and personal boundaries. Maintaining honest and meaningful relationships is a challenge for narcissists. Their lack of empathy, lack of self-awareness, and manipulative tendencies can strain and harm relationships with family, friends, and colleagues. Narcissistic behavior can be extremely harmful and destructive in partnerships. When it comes to their partner's needs, feelings, and opinions, narcissists frequently show little empathy for them. When their partner shares feelings or worries, they may seem dismissive or unhelpful. Narcissists are expert manipulators who employ emotional control techniques to maintain control over their spouses. In order to exert power and control over the spouse, they could use gaslighting, which causes the partner to doubt their reality, blame shifting, or withholding affection. They demand excessive amounts of attention and affection from their spouses. They frequently neglect the partner's personal value since they continually demand validation and affirmation from them. Narcissists could take advantage of their spouses for their own gain. They could make use of their partner's assets, such as money, emotional support, or social connections, without offering thanks or appreciation. They often find it difficult to respect their partner's limits. They might violate their partner's privacy, disrespect their personal space, or force them into doing things they don't want to. During the early stages of a relationship, narcissists usually idealize their partners and show them a lot of love. However, with time, they might begin to criticize, degrade, and disrespect their partner. The partner may experience emotional distress as a result of this cycle of idealization and devaluation. Narcissists often show extreme possessiveness and jealousy. To retain control and dominance in the relationship, they could try to restrict their partner's actions, social relationships, and independence. They are rarely willing to accept blame for their errors or failings. Instead of accepting responsibility for their own part in arguments or challenges, they may place the blame on their partners or others. Significant relationship issues may arise as a result of these behaviors. Narcissists are prone to emotional abuse, including unrelenting criticism, insults, and dismissal. As a result, the partner's sense of self-worth and general well-being might be impacted. A narcissist's partner may develop codependence, continually seeking acceptance and affirmation at the expense of their own needs and wants. The unpredictable and erratic character of narcissistic behavior can produce a roller coaster-like dynamic, resulting in instability and uncertainty within the partnership. By lying, being unfaithful, or violating their commitments, narcissists frequently breach the trust of their spouses. This may seriously affect the relationship's level of trust. It can be challenging for partners of narcissists to seek out assistance or perspective outside of the relationship because they may isolate them from friends and relatives. It can be emotionally tiring and exhausting to constantly deal with the demands, manipulations, and mood swings of a narcissistic partner. It's important to keep in mind that being in a relationship with a narcissist can have a profoundly negative impact on the partner's emotional health and general quality of life. If you are in a relationship with a narcissist, it is advised that you get support from a therapist or counselor to explore ways to cope, establish boundaries, and perhaps even decide whether the relationship is healthy and long-lasting.